So this is going to be the second video for Shepherd's Wife, and it's going to be incorporating the chords using mostly triangle chords. You certainly can use any embellishments with the chording. Please be creative. I did mention in my last video that to try to do the melody with your left hand, so that will allow your right hand to be freed up for the chords. I've actually taken the arrangement from Pennye Scheiber's book, so we'll give her credit for that. So the Shepherd's Wife is played in the key of G. You play it 2A and 1B. So the first, we are going to be using the chords to begin with G, C, G, and A minor, D, G, and C, and D, and G. The first four measures calls for a G chord all the way through, but I kind of switch it up a little bit. I have to change what my hand is doing to be able to keep it on the G chord, but to follow that melody. So I start here with the pickup note here as a D, but you certainly can start over here. It's the same note, whatever is going to work for your hammer pattern. All right, so I'm going to work through the first four measures here and explain the chords. Okay, so the pickup note is D. Our melody is G, a G chord. So that's the first four measures, and I really played G chord all the way through. I just varied it. This was the first. That's your second. And then on the last measure, or the fourth measure, I just use the B as I'm coming down with the melody. Kind of just a grace note there. Okay, and then on the fifth measure, we're going to switch to a C chord and then back to G. So what I did there was I used my melody on the fifth measure is an E, and it's calling for a C chord. So I used the C on the bass, and I brought my hand over to the G. So that makes... and then back to a G chord, as we did in the beginning. And then come down, A minor, use A as a grace note, and then you start again. So the second ending is just a little different, that you take it up here. Let's see, I am going to go from the, what would be basically what we would in the beginning from the fifth measure, but as we were playing it through the G with the grace notes to show you we're going to be doing the G chord, the C chord, the D, and back to G. G chord, And this is a triangle. And a walk down. Okay, so I'm going to play the A part through twice, just as we would with the if we were playing it completely. Kind of missed my when I did that chord. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the B part, and the B part gets a little, it takes a little bit of work only because I had to really figure out my hand pattern to be able to cross over and not get my hammers crossed. So there I see patterns as I'm doing this, and I'm counting my patterns. My first, it starts up here on the high G, and it's going to be a triangle pattern to start. Now I have to start with my left. Left. Okay, so I'll explain a little bit as to what I'm seeing here. My first 4 patterns actually start with my right hand, and that is my triangles, and I can see those triangles as I'm coming here. I'm moving myself down and kind of working down the scale. Okay, now if I do my first, I do my first hit with the right. Okay, right again. Right again. That's my third pattern. My fourth pattern, right hand. Now my fifth pattern with the left. Left. So if it works for you to use your right hand hit all the way through, you certainly can do it. I just found that when I got to that fifth pattern, and I'm counting patterns as I go down, my fifth and sixth pattern, I needed to start with my left. Otherwise, I was kind of getting my hammer pattern off. But try it both ways. Okay, now the second ending on the B part is just a little bit different in a walk down. So I'm going to go ahead and play the B part again. So the second half of the B part, the two differences are, of course, right at the end, we kind of do a bit of a tail, I guess I would say. But in the beginning, when I started the B part with the first, there was a, okay, when you go back to it, you're only going to, you're not going to do that again. That's only right at the beginning. So, and now the ending kind of has, like I say, a tag. So I played that twice only so you could hear the bit of a difference. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play this through the 2A and the B part. Okay, so that is Shepherd's Wife. Have fun with it.